I can teach you how to get paid, how to get by, and how to get fly. I can teach you how to get cake. It's not the whole thing, at least a little slice. Honestly, I'm an immaculate anomaly. I'm an organic organism.
It's week 12 of the National Football League.
And we've got Breece Hall.
He was unstoppable a week ago with 4 touchdowns. It's the Jets and the Rams coming up next.
And we are underway from SoFi Stadium. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25.
So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. Under center is a 6'2", 225-pound signal caller, Aaron Rodgers.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Here's Rodgers.
He dumps this one off here to Hall.
Just a gain of a couple there. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
You talk about this Rams defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
Rodgers throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And taken right on the 30.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe he leans on a few other parts of the offense and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
This defense for the Jets, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
So on 4th down, on is Ethan Evans to punt for the Rams.
Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their 2nd drive.
And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
You know, you want those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage, because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops. They'll come out throwing here on first down.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So a roughing the passer penalty there, CD.
And we know that these pass rushers love to get after rookie quarterbacks, but they've still got to do it within the scope of the rules. And that time, the hit came just a little bit too late. And the official won't think,
touchdown, Rams! Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Now Hall to start the drive.
Get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
A good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield.
You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, second and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Second down and 3.
26.
From midfield, here's Rodgers. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
I know sometimes we... Watch him make catches as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go
home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And the defense loses him. It's complete.
And he will step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there for L.A. 53 yards.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a second. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. That's going to be caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Jason Kabinda, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Rams go up by 2 touchdowns.
And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop them. They knew they had to meet them with a little bit of force. But on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
And New York set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Still 2nd quarter, you get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that answer. Incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. It certainly seems like a reflection of what we've seen so far in this game. The defense, quicker to the punch so far. Let's see if they can get something going here on 3rd down.
This offense so far on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That third down conversion good for 23.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Rodgers again now. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Johnson. And the Rams are going to get it back here just past the 35. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But it's the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the...
It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 39 yards there, a big one. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. Here's the option. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. He'll look to throw. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. Well, they already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
But no, but well, let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. You start to feel sorry now for the young man throwing the football. This is really turning into a disaster.
Listen, it's baptism. Right? This is almost a rite of passage. This young in the league, go back and find a Hall of Fame quarterback and check their records for their first 2 years, especially if they started the bulk of the games. I bet you'll find double-digit interceptions on just about every one of them. They have to learn as they go along.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The New York set to take the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. A very solid gain of 27.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Throwing on first down is Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he's taken down inside the 30. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play.
Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Ball on the 27. Here's a 2nd and 8.
On play action, Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 17-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Officially nothing on that one. No gain. So they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Chase McLaughlin now for the field goal try. From the right hash, this from 33. And his kick is good. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns.
Well, still trailing here, but they do get the late field goal. Now their defense will try to keep this score right where it is heading into the locker room.
Yeah, and trailing it to break, you obviously don't want to go in off of a negative play. Give them credit for that one. Finding a way to put points on the board. Give them any type of a spark, anything to build off of as they try and plan a comeback.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Kyle Pitts returns to the field along with the rest of this offense for the upcoming series.
And CD, assuming he stays healthy, assuming the health, should get to that 1,000-yard mark pretty easily.
And the best part of what he's done so far is allows him and the team to relax their pursuit a little bit. Meaning, if they just have normal games, they'll get to the 1,000-yard mark. They don't have to force anything. But one of the reasons he's having the year he's having is what I call route-running arrogance. They think there's no one that can cover them. No matter how many people are put in his direction, it just doesn't matter. He's going to find a way to beat them. And so far this year, he's done exactly that.
He sure has. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. It's a gain of 15 in the Rams Rams have a first down.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Ready.
Looking to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Again, he'll drop to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him, incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
97. Set.
They'll look to throw again. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, LA! Puka Nacua, 52 yards. And the Rams continue to pull away here in this first half. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. And the Jets going to go on offense one last time in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number one. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep two hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They need 2. Here's third down. To throw, it's Rodgers. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Rams are going to take over at their own 41. Well, that is interception number 4 for him, Charles. 4 here in the first half alone, and they're already trailing by 4 possessions.
Makes me wonder, partner, do they just not have any confidence at all in the backup, or do they just have that much confidence in him? Able to throw 4 picks already? They're certainly hoping that he can turn things around and quickly.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And with time quickly looking there for points, but intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off. And the Jets are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Open man is Juwan Jennings. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started out at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. And that one tied 14 apiece in the second quarter. We'll stay in the AFC North as we head over to Cincinnati to check on the Bengals at home at Paycor Stadium. And they were winners in
past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Rams going to get the football first here, and they look to build on their lead as the second half gets started.
And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
So here are the Rams to take over. They're on top here as they come up on a 1st and 10, trying to make amends for that lost week at the hands of Seattle. They start the second half here with Williams. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Now a throw here, hold in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Well, I certainly don't want to pile on, but this defense has just not been up to the challenge in this game, and this continues as we see here. Coverage, not been very good. Soft in spots. There's an easy throw and catch for another first down.
And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
On first down, he'll drop to throw.
And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
So it looks like they stopped some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
They'll roll him out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone.
The flag comes in. It's incomplete. And I'm not sure he was still behind the line when he let that one go. Yeah, we kind of sensed that one. He got a little too far forward before throwing, and that one will set them back.
And remember, the NFL level, being aware of where the line of scrimmage is crucial. And here's the other part. Any part of the quarterback's body that's near that line of scrimmage, he's going to get the benefit of the doubt. So he was clearly over the line.
Now Kaimi Fairbairn for the field goal try. He made his first, this from 47 yards out. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, they picked up right where they left off in the first half. First drive after the break, they come away with 3 and increase that lead.
Yeah, and you just want to keep building on that lead, don't you? Whether it's 6 points or 3 points, take everything you can get, keep maneuvering, keep adding to it, keep making it difficult for them to come back.
And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. Let's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Here's Rodgers to throw. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards is the pickup, good enough for a Jet first down.
Well, they've certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
10 more there and another first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Hall again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. 44 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 2nd down and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. That's complete right side to Lazard. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, Hall has it knocked loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start by running the option to the right. And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for 2nd down.
Drill 52.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Ready?
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. We saw a lot of that a week ago defensively from him. AFC Defensive Player of the Week. Just always seems to be around the football.
I like your observation there. Understands the game, understands positioning, can put himself in the right spot, and then make a play on the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return. And the Jets will take over. And New York set to take the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD. And if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Second down and 6 now. Throwing is Rodgers. Pass to Lazard, bringing it in on the crossing route. Through the middle of the field. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, 70 yards. And the Jets are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. Or the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
And this game just illustrates how important home field really is. On paper, didn't look like much of a matchup, but now it's looking like it'll become one of the big surprises of the weekend.
Ready. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, second down.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches...
He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
Here comes the Rams punter now. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Able to slither by. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Jets will have a short field to work with as they take over 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's second down. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
On second down, a run with Hall.
That'll get a little bit back, give him 5 on the run, and they'll be left with a 3rd and 13.
He had to fight for every yard on that run. Shook himself free of a tackle and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone? And this will be caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. From 8 yards out.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number, kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. They'll drop to throw. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
Ready?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams.
Kyron Williams.
An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Rams look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback.
And New York set to take the field.
Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time?
That's caught at the 25. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 56 yards. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Throw right side, Wilson. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
Rodgers to throw once more.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Jets get a bit closer.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Jets have recovered. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need 2 of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers.
Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. And this is caught for a touchdown. So hang on now. Things just got a little bit more interesting here in the final minute. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Well, taking that knee, maybe just a sigh of relief. They withstood a big fourth quarter comeback. Able to hold on, though.
Certainly looked like they had things going their way, didn't it? And in the fourth quarter, they had to just hold on. As you said, furious assault on them, but they were able to get it done, take a knee, and head to the locker room with a win.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout, but instead...
Hey, used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup, yeah. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the pumps. I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. Got a shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it back. Used to have a silver tooth when I was just a pup. Now I got some killers who got shotties with the I don't wanna catch the feelings, I be trying to see what's up. I let shorty clean the fitness, I'm a diamond and to run it. First order of biz, no snitch, and I try to keep it silent, but the kids don't listen. Birthday, got another hit, no flinch, and I tell them send them watch it like a fit, both friends. She on the class trying to get it bigger. She think I'm a last cause I got a pass with her. And I ain't trying to let it down, but I'm not. If you was trying to settle down, get a fact. Song pull up in the city with a nice on. Lights on. Chinese for the chicken, need a wipe to throw the rice on. Pull up double park with all the ice on. Pick 'em like, she running up. She one of them. She pay a bill. She it up. 52nd Street, I double down, then I doubled up. 2023, and I'm the only.